Yeah.
What's up, everybody? It is Alan from Breaking and Entering, and we are here with the one and only King Myles.
Yes, sir.
He is here. We are outside of Cactus Club, and getting ready for a show tonight. Your second
That's
show
right.
today already.
Yeah, man. Doubleheader today. We were up in Appleton, had a good time, came down, and we're ready to rock it again. So
You are somebody that has kind of thrived off performing, and I know that you've gotten to put some shows together. During really what is kind of considered the tail end of the pandemic.
Right.
I know you've been doing some stuff outside of Milwaukee. This is your first show back in Milwaukee
Yeah.
in a while.
yeah.
What has been the energy so far on some of these early shows, like putting things together?
Yeah, it's actually been like really encouraging because people seem like they want to get out and have a good time. Everybody's sort of ready to spread their wings again and stretch their legs a little bit. So it's been great energy at the shows. People getting a little drunk, people having a good dancing around, having a good time, so it's good to see people kind of like enjoying some sense of normalcy again after that period.
Have crowds kind of come back to the what you remember them being? I mean, it's hard to say, like,
we're getting there.
Yeah,
we're getting there. I don't know if we're necessarily quite there yet. But even with the slightly reduced size, up to this point, the energy's just made up for it.
Yeah.
Though the people that have come out have been like over the top enthusiastic about being there. So that's really pumped myself and us fellow artists up, and we're just excited to get back out here, man. We miss it. We all miss it. I'm sure I could speak for us all.
Yeah, definitely. When it comes to in terms of performing, is there anything that you feel a little bit of rust when the first time you get back to the stage?
Sure, yeah, at first. It was a few weeks back, and maybe a couple months by now, but forget where we were, and I remember getting off stage and being like, that was a little rusty. I had a couple friends in the house. They're like, no, it's fine. I'm like, no, trust me, I know when it's rusty. And so, but I think this is the 5th or 6th one now since the pandemic, and I don't mean to be like braggadocious or anything, but I feel like I'm on fire, like probably as sharp as I've ever been. And I think it has something to do with that time off and just kind of not taking it for granted and making every second on that stage count.
Yeah. I guess, is there a new kind of value to performing?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. I think you just once I always call performing like the best drug on the planet. Yeah. And once that's taken away from you and you really can't do much about it, you really start to put things into perspective and just how much it really means to you, and connecting with people and having a good time, going out to the Cactus Club and seeing those friendly faces. It definitely missed it. And so getting back in the swing of things, it's just been nice. It's been refreshing to get back out there, for sure.
Speaking of getting back out there, I know you put out a song, I See Dead People.
Yep.
That I believe was your first release of the year.
Yeah. I think it was this year, right? It might have been late last year, something like that.
Something like that. I don't know.
It's been a little bit.
What's the word on new music? Is there stuff
man,
coming?
Yeah, we're working.
Can we tease some stuff
I remember last time we did a little interview for the show, and I was like, new music, here it comes, and it did not arrive. I'm so sorry, everyone. We are working on it. It will come out sooner than later. Me and Nocrates have just been bouncing files back and forth, and as soon as we finally hit the bullseye, we'll pull the trigger on a new track. Really excited for everybody to hear it. It's a feature track with one of my favorite Milwaukee artists, so it's been a long time in the works, and it shouldn't be too much further out.
Yeah. I got one quick question for you too.
Yeah.
You've been doing a lot of shows that are outside of Milwaukee.
Yeah.
You kind of bounce back and forth between the Appleton, Green Bay area and Milwaukee as well.
Right.
I mean, you're kind of the ambassador for it, being the like bringing Milwaukee hip hop out to the areas that might not have it. But what should people in Milwaukee know about like the hip hop scenes in northern Wisconsin and outside of Milwaukee?
That there is one.
Yeah.
Like, first of all, that there is one, and it's thriving. And there's these little tight-knit communities that maybe necessarily aren't the first to jump onto something when it gets out there. You kind of got to nudge them a little bit, but once they see you up on that stage, they rock with your music, they connect to it, they will ride with you. They're some of the most loyal fans that I've gotten and met and had the honor to talk to have come from those areas. We were in Chippewa Falls a couple weeks ago, and that was an awesome time up there almost by the Minnesota border.
Sure.
So there are people all over the map, and they want to come out. They want to have a good time. They want to see new music. They want to be wowed, and that's what we're here for. When you're going outside of Milwaukee and you're connecting these people, you don't approach it any differently. You go out there and you rock that stage, whether it's 10 people or 1,000, and you have a good time, and people will recognize that. They'll see that and they'll connect to it. And once that kind of gets going, then the momentum kind of carries itself, man. Great people outside of Milwaukee, northern Wisconsin, western Wisconsin, central, all over. Great people.
Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for taking the time to sit down and talk with us, of course, as always. If they want to get in touch with you on social media, if they want to go find you, where do they go ahead and do that?
Best place is my Instagram, Myles MKE. That's MYLES MKE. Hit me up on there. Send me a DM. Let's connect. Get in the loop for some upcoming shows because we're just getting started.
Okay. King Myles, you heard it right here.
Yeah, I don't need friends, I just need my ends. I don't politic, I just like their presidents.